think running a day spa is all massages and relaxation? There is nothing relaxing about owning a day spa, but we're here to help. Serious spa owners know that being in the spa business isn't for the weak. It takes hard work, planning, and just a bit of luck. We should know because we've owned a successful day spa for over 20 years. Now we're opening up our playbooks and giving you the business insights to run your day spa rather than letting it run you. This is a Spapreneur podcast with Lynn Graves and Ramona Rice.
Hello. Are we on?
We're
not testing anymore?
No.
Oh, good. Hello,
Yay.
everyone.
Hello, Spapreneurs. How are you?
I was fine until just a few minutes ago. Oh, my God, people. I come into her studio, which is in her closet. That's a whole nother story. My child has not come out of the closet yet. And OMG, she's watching this video of this cyst on the ear, and she's waiting for the fluid and the pus to come out. I'm like, oh, God, this child did not come out of my loins. No.
You're a licensed esthetician.
I don't practice, though.
But you are a licensed esthetician, so this should be gross. Dr. Pimple Popper, Spapreneurs. I love her videos. They make me so happy. Like, I'm just
God.
like, I should have totally gone to aesthetics.
What's wrong with
I
you?
don't know. Seriously, like, I like going into this every once in a while. Our esthetician, Kay, who's marvelous. I love her. Love her.
So talented.
She's so talented. She will let me go in and look under the magnet and see the stuff coming out of the pores. It makes me so happy.
Oh, Mona, what is wrong?
No,
with
because
you?
it's like it's like when you find something like.
Okay, y'all keep all this in mind because we're going to be talking about control issues and delegation today, and we've got a little story to tell you later on. So keep all this in mind about the gross, yucky stuff that comes out of the skin.
Look, my estheticians that are listening to this right now are like a freaking men because they like it too. You gotta love it in order to do it.
I don't mind popping a little pimple. I don't mind that. I'm all about it. But these big cyst-like things, no. Now, Mona has a younger sister who is actually a certified nursing assistant, and she's a phlebotomist and draws blood. Hooray for her. I'm glad she got that gene. Don't bring your boo-boos to me. No. Ooh. Anyway, that has nothing to do with control issues. We noticed on some questions that people were asking about how do I know who to hire and what kind of person should I hire and who, what, when, where, how, and why. Well, let's talk about why you want to hire someone. That's because you need someone to run your office. If you have, 3 or more people at least?
Oh, absolutely. Even 2 or
if you can afford it, hire someone to run your business. It's professional and it looks good. But how do you know who to hire?
Yeah, and also just how do you know? One of the things that I kept seeing over and over again was it wasn't that they wanted to hire someone. They were worried it was going to not be right, done exactly the way they wanted it to.
Yes. Oh, God. The big C thing, control. And we are a family of women. We call ourselves the Evans women after my mother's maiden name. And the women in our family, we are all about some control and then some. So it takes very strong men in our lives to handle us, or very strong women, depending on which way you go. And when I started running a business, I realized, I don't necessarily want to control some of these situations, but I have to. And from that, I learned there were some situations I don't need to control.
Yeah, there's just some things, if you want to grow your business, the hardest lesson, and once you do it, you're so excited because the freedom it gives you.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Is bringing somebody in to run your office. There's a great book called The E-Myth, and I forget who actually wrote it. I'll put a link.
E-Myth?
Myth, not E-Man.
Okay,
E-Myth.
E-Man stands for erection man. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to no clients. But no, E-Myth, it's all about how you need to work on your business instead of working in your business. Now, the problem is, and that's really great and ideal, but when you are a massage therapist or an esthetician or a nail tech or a waxer or whatever you are, or multiple of those things, guess what? You are the business. And so you make money by trading your time in allotments to do services. Well, when you have to do that, you don't have time to do things like confirmation calls, email marketing,
checking people in and out in between, ordering supplies, handling, oh my God, all of the stupid telemarketer calls that come in.
Refilling the potty paper in the bathrooms.
Oh, yeah. And making the lobby or the little sitting area pretty. So let me give you the first clue of what I do. And this came about kind of by accident. It's a number game, folks. Whether you're hiring more therapists to work with you or office manager or office personnel, it's a numbers game. Just know before you start that for everybody you hire, let's say you hire 3, 1 is not going to make it. They're not going to make it.
Yeah, that's
Face
very
up
true.
to that. You're going to have to weed through because, we all put on the best impression when they first come in. But those first 90 days will tell you a lot about a person. Now, Ramona, before she hires anyone, she has someone go outside and look at their car to see how clean it is. I think that's wacky.
I do that because I'm a naturally messy person.
Oh, my God. No. That's saying it lightly. Oh, my God. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I am messy and I do piles of paper. And so for myself, when I am hiring a front desk person or an assistant or anything like that, what I like to look for are where are they strong in areas that I'm weak, because that will make me better.
True. But here's another side to that. And there's a balance in between all these two. Is I noticed I'm a very strong personality. I've been told that over and over and over again. I just feel like I'm just me, but people tell me I'm a strong personality. I hire strong personalities around me. I need people that can stand up to me and say, I don't agree with you, and can do it respectfully and can handle when I dish it out to them. I need strong people.
Yeah, so that's the first thing, is that when you're hiring someone, when you finally decide it's time to hire someone, and this is when you want to try to hire someone, is when you cannot do everything anymore.
Yeah. Well, and let me give you the opposite of that. You don't have to be a strong personality person to run a business. I've got a wonderful person down the road from us, Sheila Paul. I've known her the 20 years I've been working. She has more of a medical massage type of practice. Sheila is a very soft-speaking, very quiet person, just beautiful spirit. And she hires people in, or she room rents to people that are of like personality. And that family works very well. You can do it, just know to recognize what you can and cannot work with.
Yeah, so that's the first thing, is just really when you're hiring someone, you're not hiring a friend. Get
no.
Get that out
Of
of your head right now.
That mistake several times. And don't hire a client. For God's sakes, do not hire a client.
Yeah, don't, because they won't be your client anymore. They'll be your colleague.
And I've never had a client work out to being a good office manager, front desk. No, just don't do it.
That's why even when we are looking to hire anybody, we never post it on our social media channels or through our email. We don't let clients know we're hiring anybody, because we like to look outside the organization. One, because it's smart. It's fresh eyes.
Yeah.
It gives you new perspective. But the other thing is that, you know what? I like those clients being clients.
Yeah, I really like them being clients because they see the spa world from different eyes. So they bring this idealistic view of, ooh, this is so nice, when we've already explained to you that running a business, even if it's a spa, is still a business, and it is not always nice.
No. So that's the first thing, is you have to determine, number one, why you need to hire somebody and get over that. And then 2, you need to figure out personality wise, what kind of person is going to work well for you. And sometimes it's trial and error. So we have a rule on, we've got our 10 rules that, successful spa owners follow. And rule number 3, I think it's number 3, it's hire slow, fire fast. And what we mean by that is take your time to really seek out candidates, do a couple interviews, do those reference checks, make them get massaged. Because we actually hired someone one time that refused to get massaged.
I couldn't believe it. The woman went and got a massage. I do not like massages. How the hell are you going to sell a massage at the front desk if you don't like massage? And what is wrong with you anyway? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's just bad juju. So we fired her very quickly. And so that's the thing, is that when you're hiring, you got to do a couple times, because it's like dating. That first couple dates, everyone's on their best behavior.
Absolutely.
No one's burping out loud. Everyone's chewing with their mouth closed. We're all being super polite and nice and holding doors. It's by date 6 or 7 that the real stuff starts popping out.
So you do need to give it time. And we'll cover a whole firing section down the road. But I will say this real quickly. If as strong of a personality as I am, I was literally in tears the first 3 times I had to do it. Now I tell people, don't piss me off. I already fired my best friend once, and I will, and I've fired family several times. Don't piss me off. But if you're not comfortable doing it and you just don't think you've got the cojones for it, get someone in there with you. Even if it's a girlfriend, anyone, just to sit there with you and to give you that support you need.
It's another reason why to have a business mentor. It's just another reason why it's really smart to have somebody outside of your company, maybe even outside of your industry. It's okay to, and that has owned a business that can guide you through
Tell them, I'll give you a free massage. Just sit there. Back me up. Okay, enough on that. Okay. The other thing I do when people come in, because we run the Millennium system software for our bookings. If you don't know how to run it, then it's a learning curve. It takes a little bit of learning. And let's throw in all of our different types of massages and our different personalities and what you have to do and how you have to please me and how you have to please therapists. And oh my God, don't forget, you've got clients, and it goes on and on and on. I tell the person, you're going to screw up. You're going to mess up. Let's establish that right here,
several
right
times.
Now. You're going to mess up. It's okay. It's okay. If you didn't mess up, either one, you're not trying hard enough, or 2, you're not human. So let's say you're going to mess up. Do the best you can. We'll work through that. 2 is if you mess up too many times on the same issue, now we have a problem. I lay the groundwork for that at the very beginning. All the people that work for me at the front will tell you, I was terrified of Lynn for 6 to 8 months. I never ate a single, well, that's not true. I did eat one therapist once, but she just pissed me off so bad. That's a whole nother story. I digress. But I do not chew up my front desk. I am patient with them, and I understand. I mean, hell, there are things I don't understand at that front desk. Every now and then I work it, and they're all in terror of, oh God, she's going to screw it all up.
It's, if you don't run here's what happens when you finally get front desk staff and you stop running your front desk and you stop getting therapists to run your front desk. It's amazing how much amnesia they have, how bad it is. So when I have massage therapists that are whiny about the front desk, I make them do a shift to the front desk and they stop whining immediately.
Oh yeah, they'll all tell you, I don't ever want that job again. I never want that job. So just know coming in, they're going to screw up, and it's okay. It will not be the end of the world. Even to the point where they piss off a client so bad that the client leaves. Oh, well, then that client it should not stay with you. Their issues are too big for you. They need to seek therapy in the head.
Yeah. You know, there are things that you can do while you're in this kind of 90-day grace period. I actually, in college, I think we've mentioned this on the show before, I did the Walt Disney World college program. Yes. They do something called earning your ears. So they actually put a flag under your name tag saying, I'm earning my ears. It lets the guests know, hey, this person's new. Back off.
Oh my God. We've got Lyric who's about to take over. And that's another thing. I do hire multicultural across my front. I want everybody to be comfortable coming in. I have been desperately looking for a gay guy who is professional, who makes everyone feel comfortable coming in. And he's black, because we have a large black population. I do not want color to be an issue in my place.
Yeah.
So I look for multicultural. I've got, anyway, it just goes across the board.
But let them know. Put up a sign that says they're still training. Be kind.
So
and make a joke of it.
He can't earn his ears. What's he going to earn?
I don't know. His cojones, maybe. Sometimes with that desk, it gets crazy. That's not true.
Oh, no,
he's very manly.
Oh, he is very manly and cute as a button. Yeah. Sweet, and I love him. And I'm so excited to have him.
You have to earn your nene. Because we have the most, oh my gosh, we're so sad. So we have the most amazing office manager right now. Danae is like perfect.
I don't.
And her stupid husband is dragging her to San Diego. Boo.
Yes. No, he re-enlisted so that they could go to San Diego so she could move back home. I tried to get them to get a divorce. I tried to bribe her with money. I tried to kidnap her. I tried to get her mother to move here. Not only is she perfect, but she's beautiful to boot. Oh God, it's just
So yeah, maybe it's earning their nene.
You're going to
earn your nene.
Her name is Danae, and we call her Nene.
Because watch me whip.
Yeah, watch me nene. So you'll be hearing about her over the next couple of weeks because she leaves March 6th is her last day.
Not that Lynn is counting down and not sad.
Oh my God.
She is so sad. You are so sad
because a good front desk person like Danae, she thinks like me. She acts like me because she's gotten to know me. And what I tell that front desk is, if I'm not available and you've got to make a decision, what would I do? What would I say? Make a decision. If it wasn't the right one, I will say, I probably wouldn't do it that way, so let's not do it that way the next time. But good job anyway.
And unless it's an egregious error, you back that front desk up.
Oh, yeah.
You do not. It's kind of like...
Don't leave them hanging.
Don't leave them hanging. Don't make them look bad in front of a client, particularly if you know the client is being wrong.
I got to tell you, though, if they say words like, I seen him, I will correct them right then and there.
That is different. That is a professional thing. No, but I'm talking about things like, let's say a client is running 15 minutes late and the front desk has said, I'm sorry, no, you only get 45 minutes or whatever amount.
You back them up.
You back them up because a front desk person is harder to get than a client.
Oh my God. Oh God, yes. Oh my God.
So back them up. If they're following your policies and your protocols and you don't have like the no-show policy or anything, now should they partner with you in those decisions? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if they have to make a judgment call, back them up.
Absolutely. And in this day and age, when I started out, oh my God, I'm starting to sound so old. We didn't have cell phones. We had the big battery pack ones you carried around. You didn't have them in your room. Nowadays, that if you're out running around, they can pick up a cell phone and call you. If they still can't get you, back up their decision. This is what we call empowering them and delegating. Can we all say that together? Delegating. It is such an important part of letting go of things that really don't need to tie up your time.
Yeah, because if you're micromanaging your staff, what's happening is, number one, you are not allowing what's truly great about hiring staff, the freedom. Because if Lynn and I had to be involved in every tiny decision, our phone would be ringing off the hook all the time. I wouldn't have time with my kids. You wouldn't have time to go to the lake house with Dupa. You know, it'd just be crazy. Yeah. I used to tell the front desk staff too, and this is just a good rule. There are times where I am with my children and I'm like, no, you do not call me and disturb me unless there is a fire or someone is dead. And honestly, at that moment, can I help put out the fire? No, because I'm not there. And if someone's dead, we can't bring them back. So, you know, I mean, and it's kind of a joke, but it's one of those things where you have to put the boundaries, because what happens in our industry is people get burned out very quickly because we are naturally givers. People who come into this industry naturally give, and that's great. But the problem is you give so much, you have nothing left for the truly important people in your life, your family. Or you get to the point where you're so micromanaging, no one wants to work with you.
Well, and here's the other important part of that is that when you give them the power to make decisions, then they become vested into the company and it becomes their company. And you want them to feel that way. You want them to think that way. This is my company. This is my realm. I'm representing this company, and that we all need to be needed. And that's such an important part for what looks like a demeaning position, which without them, de-stress would be nothing.
No, we never would have gotten to the point where we are now.
Oh, God,
without our front desk staff. And it started by accident. We actually, our very first front desk person, Jeanette, who we love, she's family. She was pregnant and she was working at another day spa.
Ooh, crappy place.
They were so mean to her. And they weren't like,
they were so mean to her. And she called me up crying one day. And this woman never cries. At 8 months pregnant, and said, oh my God, he won't pay me for the massages I just gave him. I said, you walk out of there now, right now, and you come over here and you sit at this desk and you answer the phone.
Because 8 months pregnant, you should not be rubbing anyone.
And she did. And now her oldest daughter is now my goddaughter. And oh my God, she's 15.
I know, I don't like it.
Anyway, but it did start by accident, but it was the best accident that could ever happen to us. So we're back to delegating. Delegate those things that you know are strengths, such as we're coming up on Valentine's. I don't want to be tied up in the office. We've done Valentine's enough that this should be easy. I need to do what they call rack cards, the two-sided postcard kind of thing for the menu. We've got a front desk person named Kristen who is really good at graphics and putting things together. I'm going to have her do it.
Yeah.
She's got the time. She runs the desk at night. It's a little bit slower then, and that's her talent. And give her something to do.
Yeah, you can have them do things like you can have them schedule social media posts. You can have them, schedule email blasts. You can have them, again, confirmation calls. Oh my God. I've done an entire, we have a new front desk guide coming out very, very soon. I'm kind of glad we're doing this episode. It's coming out later this month. It's going to be our first for purchase product. And we literally lay out everything, how we do our confirmation calls, how we do our appointments, how we do pre-booking and why retention. It's almost like 60 pages and you can basically hand it to your front desk person and say, here, follow this and you'll be successful. And it's literally how we do everything, how we color code like our appointments and confirmations. Confirmation calls are critical because for example, I am in counseling and my children are in counseling because, again, we lost their father last year. So we're in grief counseling. Mm-hmm. The counselor doesn't call us to remind us of the appointments. Now, is it on me to remember the appointments? Absolutely. But I missed one this past, right before Christmas break, and he didn't get in until January. And then I had to pay $60 as a cancellation fee. Now, I owed them $60, had no problem paying it, but because it was my fault. But boy, it would have been nice to have a confirmation call.
We go overboard, actually, because of the system. We are also on Demand Force.
Oh my God, I love Demand Force.
It's $400 a month and worth every friggin' penny it pays for itself because they do independent reviews.
It's almost like an extra front desk person.
Oh God, it's wonderful because it does independent reviews, and that's our number one marketing tool. I can't tell you how many people say, I read your reviews, and that's why I came in.
We're talking hundreds.
Yes, hundreds per month. 2 is they send out confirmation text or emails if the client likes it. Now, if we don't get a response back from the client confirming, yes, I got this text, and we send it out 4 times, then we call them. So we have a follow-up system. It is time consuming, but it definitely makes a difference in the numbers at the front desk. So even if you don't have a front desk person, you need to be doing this.
Yeah. So now what happens if you cannot afford a full-time front desk person right now? Number one, there is always part-time.
Yes. And there are answering services out there.
You can hire a virtual assistant.
Yes.
I just wrote a blog post about this on Spapreneur. There's a great book called Virtual Freedom by a guy named Chris Ducker. Chris Ducker is my personal business coach. Mm-hmm. I love him. He is the Youpreneur community, and I'm part of that.
Does he quack like a duck?
He will. I go, what up, duck? A lot to him. He's the one we're going to see, hopefully, if we go to England. It's his, and he also he wants to betroth.
And he's single.
No, he's not. He's very married.
Oh shit.
Oh no, because otherwise, please. He's adorable.
Oh.
His wife is great. I love hers. No. His youngest child, Charlie, we're trying to betroth to Addison.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, anyway,
sorry. So you can hire a virtual assistant. So a virtual assistant is someone who doesn't necessarily work in the area, but they can do tasks. So I have a virtual assistant actually for Spapreneur. Her name is Jess. She lives right now in Idaho, but she sometimes goes to San Diego. She was a Navy wife here, and that's how I got hooked up with her. She's great. She's the one that schedules all of our Instagram posts. She's the one that will do our social media posts. She does a lot of backstage stuff for me. And even like our editors, technically, we have an editor for this podcast because I can do it. But I better things do my time.
And there are a lot of time-consuming things. So those things you're either not good at or that you feel like, I can let go of this. And when you feel the yin, every now and then I'm sitting at the front and I'm listening to them answering the phone and answering a question. And I think, ooh, no, that's not how I want you to do it. After they hang up, I will sit there and bite my tongue and ask myself, in a month from now, will what I'm about to say to them make a difference? Yes or no? If it makes a difference, if it's important enough that I need to say, no, that's not correct, let me correct you. 9 times out of 10, I find, shut up, Lynn. Go back to your office where you belong. Go find somebody else to play with.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Don't be afraid, though, if it's something like language, verbiage, various things that matter to, describing massages or just the tone of the voice. Go through exercises with them. And again, we go through all of this in that front desk guide, which is coming up very soon. If you go on our website and sign up for our email newsletter, you'll get first access to this guide. And we're going to have it actually really cheap for our first initial Spapreneurs.
Okay, so I say to Ramona this morning, because I'm getting ready to go to the lake house, which is 2.5 hours away. Mona, I need you to go through the refrigerator and clean it out. And she starts crying and whimpering. Now, she is 36 years old, folks, whimpering.
Okay, I am a licensed aromatherapist, and my sense of smell is amazing. And I hate gross old food. I can watch Dr. Pimple Popper all day, but I cannot handle gross moldy food.
Her room, folks, when she was growing up, was 3 feet deep and did not smell great. So I don't want to hear that crock-a-doo-doo. So what does she do? She hires child labor, her 10-year-old, and is paying him $20.
I'm going to supervise.
Oh, my God. Yeah, right. $20. She's paying him to clean out that refrigerator. That is child labor.
It's called delegation.
That's child abuse.
Delegation.
Oh, my God. You
delegation.
are so wrong.
No, it's
but
called
you'll
delegation.
Watch pimples being popped.
I know. I'm weird.
Oh. Anyway, folks, if you have more questions on delegating or control issues, and first of all, ask other people, am I a control person or not? We don't often see ourselves that way. But, let go.
You have to start.
Let it go.
We've broken so many copyright laws on this podcast episode. You're going to have to let it go. At some point, if you want to grow, I love, there's a great analogy. If you've ever seen a lobster in the ocean?
No.
Okay, so the lobster body in itself grows, but
when have you seen a lobster in the ocean?
On YouTube videos for AJ. We were doing an ocean project last year, and we had to watch one. No, I've got a great analogy. I don't eat lobster or shellfish. It makes me sick.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, but the lobster body inside the shell grows, but the shell doesn't. The lobster has to let go of that shell in order to grow. You're gonna have to let go of some type of control,
God,
because otherwise, I love how you're laughing. But otherwise, you're not going to be able to grow. My mom, when she brought me into the de-stress, had to let go of some things, and some things she did not like.
Oh, well, let's go back and correct that. For the first 5 years we worked together, one of us quit every week.
That's a whole other issue.
There were lots of tears going on.
There were, because we both wanted control. I mean, basically, we both want to control.
Oh, my God.
And what we've learned is that there are aspects of this business that I'm really good at and thrive in, and there are aspects she does. Like, I am not nice. Like, I am not a nice person. So I should not handle client complaints, because if I did, they would all get fired. So I don't handle those. Ceci handles those, because she's way nicer than I am, and she could put up with the abuse.
I'm just a little bit older and have seen a lot more out there. Oh, God.
But other things like, other things.
Lyric's got to earn his lobster.
He's got to earn his shell, his new shell.
That's funny. All right, folks, we could go on and on with this, but if you have questions specifically, write to us.
It's hello@spapreneur.com. You can also join our free Facebook community, Spapreneur, if you just look.
Or share your stories. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. We want to talk
stories
about your stories. And thank you so much. I got to give a really quick shout out to Rebecca. She's the founder of the Badass Body Workers.
That name. Oh, my God.
Facebook community.
I'm jealous that she got that name.
I know.
I want to meet her.
I know. No, we're going to she wants to be on the show. We're going to totally have her on the show.
Oh, my God.
Because she's amazing. I love her. And they do, like, they have this
Badass massage.
Badass Body Workers, man.
Body Workers.
I love it.
God.
Yeah, BAB.
I love that.
BAB. So she shared our Valentine's Day prep episode with her group, and they are giving us great reviews. If you love our show, because we are ourselves and we are not boring like other podcasts.
We never talk about competition. If we can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Okay. No, they give lots of good information.
Okay.
If you can get through it. So subscribe to our podcast, share it with other body workers and your communities, because we're doing this because we want the independent spa workers, whether you are one room rental or you are someone trapped in a franchise trying to break free. We want to be your shepherds.
See, there's another song, Born Free.
Let us be your Moses and get you through. Pharaoh, let my people go.
God.
Anyway, but we just want to. We've spent 20 years doing this, yes. And so we've got a wealth of knowledge that we are dying to tell someone, and our family and friends are tired of hearing about it.
Yeah,
so
and you're not going to be able to use all this information.
No,
but we hope that you can use some.
And if you do, let us know. So again, join the Spapreneur community. It's free to do so. Go to our website, spapreneur.com. Hello at Spapreneur. Again, you can ask for myself or Lynn. We do answer our own email. We don't delegate that out yet.
No, and we
never will.
No,
because in essence, if you like this podcast, you like us. And so we want to bring on people like Rebecca. We want to bring you guys on that have great stories and maybe questions that we can answer right on air. So again, that is all I've got for delegation.
That's all I've got.
And
I'm delegating.
Yes, and thank you to John from Audio Editing Solutions who does our podcast. He says we're great.
Oh, yay.
I love him. Yes.
You have a boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend, but I like John too.
Okay.
All right, Spapreneurs, we'll see you next time.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Need more actionable steps to get your spa headed in the right direction? Head to spapreneur.com where we've got the tools, tricks, and methods to making your spa as successful as it can be. Spapreneur.com.